Hello!
Hi everyone!
In today's video, we are going to design the shading of an urban cafe. This time we will not focus on the interior design, but on the exterior look. We all love to have a cup of coffee or lemonade in the open air on a nice summer day. But if the terrace is not properly shaded, we will choose another cafe because nobody wants to sit around in the hot sun. That's why it's so important that the shading is practical and at the same time stylish. Annika will show us today how to design outdoor shading in ARCHLine.XP. Annika, could you show us the render of the coffee bar?
Of course. As you already mentioned, our location is an urban cafe. It is located on the lower level, here. And now you can see what the final result will look like. We can see that there are several tall buildings nearby, so it will be important to observe its sunlight exposure. However, I will now return to the starting file. We will build the work you just saw from here. So we can check the sunlight exposure by clicking on this icon and changing the time and the date. Afterward, for the work, I will turn down the shades.
Okay, but the cafe wasn't like this in the finished render picture. It had a glass walls, doors, and it was fully furnished.
Yes, you are right. In this file, we will create these now. We will start by creating the glass walls. First, I will find this wall on the floor plan. Then I will place the curtain wall into the selected wall using the embedded curtain wall. I will choose this one. And after that we have to place the wall view on the floor plan.
But why do we need this wall view?
We will use this to draw the shape and the placement of the windows with a closed polygon. I will choose this rectangle and draw it here.
Okay, I see. What can be set here in this window?
Basically everything related to the curtain wall. Important parameters that we often adjust include the parapet height, the distribution of the glass panels and the frame parameters. But there are many other settings that you can customize. I am fine with the settings for now, so I will accept them.
Now the wall isn't so empty anymore. Let's place another curtain wall on another wall.
Alright, the process will be the same. I will choose curtain wall and embedding a curtain wall. But now I will choose this wall and put the wall view right here. And now I want the entire wall to be a glass wall, so I select the whole wall. I will accept the settings again.
Great, now we have a lot of curtain walls, but we definitely need a door.
You're right, let's choose one from the design center. I have already chosen one. I chose this one. I will grab it and simply move it to the middle of the glass panel and place it from the wall endpoint. I will choose this glass panel and place it right here. I will correct its position. I want this to be 2.4 meters away from this wall. And now it's in the correct place.
Now the position of the glass door looks a little bit weird. What can we do?
We can change the size of the panels to match the wall's measurements. I will click on the glass wall, and in the curtain wall properties I will change its horizontal spacing one by one. The first one will be 2.5 meters, the next one will be 1.9 meters where the door is, and the last one 2.4. I will accept it.
Now the cafe is looking much better. Let's bring some life into the cafe. Tables and chairs will be definitely needed.
Indeed. Let's look for chairs and tables in the design center. But first I will go to the floor plan because we will place them here.
Outside and inside, yes?
Of course.
Okay.
I will grab it and place 4 of them outside. And 1 more. And also place 2 inside. Here and here.
Great, now we can start dealing with the shading.
Yes, first let's mark the area where the columns and the shading textile will go. I will choose drafting and rectangle. I will draw a rectangle first and then modify its measurements. I want this to be 6.5 meters and 5.5 meters and move it a little bit upwards. Great. And now let's set the properties of the columns. I will choose building, properties, structure and column. First we need to choose what type of column we want to use. By clicking on this button, we can choose from these. This circle column 10 with the 10 diameter is perfect for us. We have to choose activate to use this one. And then we can choose its material and height. Right now 3.3 meters is perfect for me, so I will accept with OK. And then place 2 columns in the left corners.
Why just 2?
After tilting, we will only need to mirror these to the other side. This will be much quicker. Let's get started. I will tilt the first one with 15 degrees. I will select it and add 15 to the 90 degrees, and it's tilted. And I want this to tilt clockwise, so I write -15 here, and we see that it has rotated. I do the same thing with this column as well. I write 105 degrees here, and I want this to tilt counterclockwise, so I write 15 degrees here.
Okay, once the 2 columns are finished, how do we mirror them?
We need to select them both by using Ctrl, and with the appearing icon, let's choose Mirror a Copy. And we need to set the mirror axis, which should be the middle of the rectangle. And now we see that it's ready.
Awesome. Can we now proceed to create the shading textile?
Yes, first let's set its properties. I will choose the properties in the building, structure and freeform surface. Here we should choose membrane instead of textile. We can see here the difference. Here we can also set its material. For me it's fine now, so I will accept it with OK. Then under the Roof tab, select Outdoor Tools and Freeform Surface and place it here inside the rectangle. I want this to be 5.5 meters. This maybe 5 meters, and then finish the rectangle and accept it with enter.
Okay, but it's on the floor now.
Yes, we need to modify its position. I will click on it, and since the columns are 3.3 meters high and the textile is hanging attached to the tops, its height should be 2.65 meters.
Okay, now it's the good height, but we still need cables to connect it to the columns, right?
Yes, you are right. I will do these changes in the 3D view. I will click on the textile and select its corners and select Add Cable, and then simply just connect it to the column. And do this with every corner.
I can see that the look of the textile is changing in the meantime, just like when a material is stretched in reality.
Yes, this relates to our next adjustments. Let's go into the parameters of the textile and change its gravity to 0.5.
Okay, this makes its form much more realistic.
Yes, and now let's check what kind of shadow we got from it. I will turn on the shadows and change the time and the date a little bit.
It covers a lot. I can almost completely block the strong sunlight at noon, but maybe if it could cover a bit more over the left tables, those could also become more pleasant in the sunshine. What do you think?
I agree. Let's modify this on the floor plan. I will click on the textile and I will select this node and I want to move it. I will select this node and move it this way with 20 centimeters, and do the same thing with this one. And when it's done, let's check the final result in the 3D view. Kata, what do you think?
This is much better now.
I agree. It's definitely more effective this way. There's one more thing I'd like to adjust in the coffee bar. I want to put a glowing sign on the glass wall. We will find it in interior, lighting, and luminous text. I write here coffee bar and accept it with OK. I will choose this wall and select its starting point, and I want it to be on the surface. I will also press Shift so it's horizontal and click another one. After the third click, a pop-up window appears, allowing us to set the size, material and position of the text. I'm fine with its current settings, so I will accept it.
Now we have everything needed for a cozy cafe. Great!
I agree. I have prepared a render in advance so we can see what the final result looks like. I will open it once again.
This terrace looks fantastic. I would gladly sit outside for a cafe here.
And you wouldn't get burned. In summary, let's review what was needed to successfully design the shading. After setting up and furnishing the area we want to shade, we must observe how the sun reaches at it different times of the day and during different seasons. Next, create the columns and tilt them a little bit. We must pay attention to the direction of the tilt. Once ready, let's create the shading textile and set its gravity and material. Then we will connect the corners of the textile to the columns with a cable. It's important to keep in mind that we are not finished yet. We must check our work and possibly make adjustments if it's not perfect yet.
If you keep all this in mind, I believe you will be able to create fantastic projects. We wish you good work and have fun with ARCHLine.XP. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.